called a transistor moved out to our area and started a company to build transistors. And eventually people learned how to do it, broke off of his company, and formed their own companies. The heart of entrepreneurship in Silicon Valley. And then others broke out of those companies to form chip companies like Intel. I started out as a person who could build things with my soldering iron. And I built a ham radio kit. You'd buy a kit of parts. Hi-Fis were sold this way. Shortwave radios were sold this way. Ham radios. Buy a kit of parts, you'd bolt it together, you'd solder the wires and the pieces in, and you'd make it work, and you'd debug it and all that. It was natural for a lot of us in our area who had engineers as parents to be electronic kids and to build these things. Building projects was a very important skill that can often be missed when you just go the pure academic or the pure theoretical route. I was very lucky to be oriented towards real, true applications, devices that actually would work with me. I loved turning knobs and having effects. I loved interacting with devices. And building your own really gives you a lot more than just thinking up ideas. You know what's practical, you know what you're going to build it with, and you even know how many parts it's going to take. These are all very important when you're building projects. The purpose of engineering, of course, is to give us a better life. Devices that will save us time. I heard about my great-grandparents having to wash their clothes by hand, and now we have washing machines to do it. And I thought, wow, they must have had a really bad life. Well, as my father said, they were just as happy as we were. They didn't really know that they didn't have these devices that do everything for them. And I thought, well, if computing doesn't get us happier, I mean, if all these electronics devices don't get us any more happiness, why do we do them? Well, there's something in us from the day we're born to be creative and to search and curiosity, find out what the world is about, how does it work, how can we make little obstacles a little bit better. It's built into us. So what's built into us is a road that theoretically will take us to perfect happiness. I look back now, much later in my life though, and instead of having shorter work weeks, working less, it takes two people working full-time just to own a home in Silicon Valley. So we didn't necessarily get to that ultimate goal of everything, including electronics and computers, which is to bring more happiness. We really didn't get